No, I'm not in a car park in Tesco's. I'm at Minehead and I'm already fishing. I'll show you that in a minute. Welcome back everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to the 6th of December. Ooh, it's pretty cold. I slept in my van last night. So I fished Chesil yesterday, which was my last video. And then I travelled overnight, parked up here in Minehead, not here, because I don't think you're allowed to park here. And I won't want to get in trouble again. Yeah, I just parked up the road. I've just sorted myself out a little shop in Lidl's for a little cook up later. Nothing fancy, nothing horrible, and I'm fishing. As you can see, I'm not dressed. I don't know what I'm doing. Not dressed for fishing yet. I've walked down, I've put my snug up on the beach because there's a wicked wind cutting from right to left and it's pretty cold. What I'm going to do now is put my warm gear on, make myself a cup of tea, and I'll take you down to the rods. Today, we've got a tiny tide and high water is 1 o'clock. It's currently 8:30, so we've got a nice few hours. The mark I'm fishing, we've been here lots of times before. The water's not really going to come more than 3/4 of the way up, and it's going to come up nice and slow and go back nice and slow. So I've probably got a nice 7 or 8 hours if needed to try and get us into a fish. My name's Wayne. Welcome back to my camper van. Welcome back to Minehead. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're looking out for yourself. As I've said, I'm already fishing. I'll show you that in a minute, but first of all, I've got to put my warm kit on because it froze last night and make myself a brew. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. And there we are, my beautiful snug here in Minehead. I've already cast in. I've got a nice peeler crab bait and a squid bait out in that tide. As I said, it's a small tide here today, but I like that. When we have the monster springs, it comes off at a point and the tide rips. What I find with a smaller tide, it hugs the coast more. So we should have a little bit of tide. It's pretty windy. Not that bad, but yeah, it's cold. I slept in my van last night, as I said, and it was all frozen up. But I got a good 8 hours after fishing Chesil yesterday. I was pretty tired, and the session, as you've seen, wasn't the best. But yeah, my snug set up. I've got my competition blackout again, and my competition performance out in that tide, paired up with my Fathom 15s. Anyway, that's enough talking. What I'm going to do, as I said, is get myself Norway fit, put all my winter stuff on, make myself a brew, then we are going to go down, sit in my snug and catch a few fish. From time to time, we're going to pop back up here and I may do some cooking. But as I said, that wind is freezing and I need to get warm. So I'm not ready yet, just making myself a brew. How you all doing? Welcome back. Oh, it's pretty nippy out there. When I pulled up, I put the door the other side, and just because I thought it'd be a little bit more secluded for filming, I pulled back the door and it's just like, I thought, yeah, I've got to be this way around. But yeah, I'm just making myself a brew. Do you know what? This is decaf tea. Unbelievable. When I was younger, I could do what I want, and now I'm drinking decaf tea. Kids, make the most of it. And I'm only 41, actually. So yeah, I've got a little bit of a way to go yet. But yeah, since that word jabs, I get heart palpitations. I've never had them before. Every now and again, just goes. And I realised it's through drinking tea. I was probably drinking 10 cups a day. I don't really drink coffee because it gives me a migraine. Since I cut out the normal tea, I don't really get them. I get them sometimes, but when I miss a fish, or the camera freezes, or the mics don't work, which is pretty much every week at the moment. But yeah, anyway, that's enough about me. This is a Jetboil. Well, that's a gas bottle. Lots of people ask me. I think you can get them for 70 quid on Amazon. I love mine, as you know. And then I buy a little attachment like that, which I can put on, and you can put a frying pan. Because I bet a lot of you have tried to put a frying pan straight on there, and what happens is, it puts it out. Or, you melt the bottom bit, don't you, Gemma? Dr. Gemma Stapleton. So yeah, get this little attachment. It costs about 14 quid. It's just a Jetboil frying pan attachment. That's not the real catchy name. But yeah, if you get one of them, you'll be fine. But yeah, right, I'm gonna continue sorting myself a brew, get my Arctic kit on, get down there and we'll do some fishing. I've got peeler crab, I've got squid, I've got some whiting from yesterday. Just boom some baits out there for 8 to 10 hours and try and catch a big cod, a ray, congers. If we get a fresh whiting, even though I've got whiting from yesterday, if it's big enough, as you know, we'll chop it up, get it back out in the tide. But I don't know. A comfy mark from the van or your car. It's almost Christmas. It's pretty cold, so I hope you enjoy this one. Okay, now we're fishing properly. As I said, I've already cast out. Competition performance, fathom 15, 25 pound line, 80 pound shock leader. I'm using rotten bottoms again. I don't really normally, that didn't make sense. I don't normally when I'm fishing here, but if I get a big fish, as you can see, I'm stood on rocks. I've shown you enough times, but it goes onto sand. Sometimes, if a fish comes in deep, especially a ray or a big cod, your lead can get tethered up on the bottom of these rocks. So I've just kept my rotten bottoms on, just in case. But if you fish here, as long as you get the fish up, you shouldn't have any issues. But as I said, I already had them set up, so I'm just using them. My second rod is Competition Blackout, Tronix Pro, glass tip, fathom 15s, 25 pound line, 80 pound shock leader, to a 5 foot pulley on both. Squid and peeler crab on the right hand one, peeler crab on the Blackout on the left. So we're fishing, as I've said, look, we've got plenty of tide. It's 8.9 metre tide today, which is minute. When we've been here smoothhound fishing off of the top, that's been a 10, 10 and a half. So yeah, not the biggest, but we're here and we've got a chance. I can see the sun coming up behind you. Smells like winter, if you get me. Yeah, I'm nice and warm now. So we're going to Norway in just over 3 weeks, and I mean we, and we're going to smash it up. I'm sharing an apartment with my Uncle Phil, who you've seen on here, and Stu Jones. I believe there's 16 of us going. It's a military veterans trip. Not everyone's a veteran, most people are, so it's veterans plus friends. Yeah. We're going to go out and target cod and halibut again. Stu and I will be filming the whole time, so hopefully I can make us some nice videos. It's -16 at the moment, so I could have a little bit of trouble with the cold, especially when filming, but I'll try my best. But look, I'm going to continue fishing. I'm going to keep trying, as you know. I'm going to sit in my snug, drink my brew, and when we get some action, as you know, I'll bring you back. Welcome back to Minehead, everyone. It's December the 5th. 6th, Wednesday, and we've got a chance. The wind's got up, so I've had to switch the shelter around. Just in case you're wondering why we've got a different view. Anyway, I'm going to keep fishing. I'll keep baiting up. I'm still on the first cast. I'm fed, I'm watered, and now it's time to fish hard. We're about 3.5 hours before high water, and now's the time I'd expect to start getting a few bites. Wow, it's freezing. Good preparation for Norway. Well, at least it's not raining. The only reason I've done 2 sessions, like 2 consecutive days, is the rest of the week it's going to be honking. It's going to be hammering down again. Where I live in Somerset is completely flooded. Well, I'm lucky I live on the Mendip Hills, so we're all right. We look down on them. No, I'm joking. But we do, yeah. Completely flooded. So it's the only 2 days again that I can get out due to the weather. It's quite hard just filming like. It's not like when I go out on my own and I just, you know, a rucksack, get wet, nice and windy, hanker down behind a reef. So I've got my 6-ounce grip lead to my rotten bottom, which is £15 line. Use my rotten bottom clip, just like this. And there you go, simple stuff. Look. As I've done before, when that hits the water, it lifts up the bead, drops it down, bang. My rig, I've got a splashdown to a £150 rig body, to a bead, a pulley bead, a bead, to a swivel, to £90 hook length, to a 4.0 J hook with my pink tubing from Tronics Pro, and a 3.0, sorry, that's not a J hook you're saying, my 4.0 circle to my 4.0 J hook. I was messing around with that knot. Yeah, I didn't really explain that very well, but I think you know what it is by now. Thankfully. Do I? I don't know. What I'm going to do now is bait up a bait for you, because it's a fishing video and this is what we do. So I got my bait needle, got a Peter crab, and I've got a piece of squid. So what I do, Peter crab, like I froze myself, I take all the lungs out, vacuum pack them, just as good for me really. Wow, you know what I mean. Cut it in half, like so, thread the needle through. I then get a piece of squid. Squid acts as twofold, obviously it's a great bait, and secondly it holds in all the juice on the crab. So on the inside bit where I've opened it out, put the squid in like that. Tuck the head in as well. Remember what we said? The head is very important. Whatever. And there we go. Just like that. I like using a bait needle, as I've said before, keeps everything streamlined. I'm not casting a million miles, but it works. There you go, look at that bait. Look at this, it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, that wind got up just a minute ago, so I had to switch the shelter around. Right, there you go. Tie it off. Look at that for a bait, everyone. That's a dog's doodads, isn't it? Got to be a fish taking that. Cod bait. Definitely looks coddy today for a big one. There's not been many small ones about, but there's definitely a chance for a big one. There's not really been any big ones, but the old one that's come out has been a good one. So I'm going to keep fishing and I keep trying. Let me just tie that off. Put the circle in, like so. That's a nice bait. I can tell you, it stinks. So, trim that little leg off there, little crabby leg. And there you go, everyone. There's a whole squid and a peeler crab ready to go out here at Minehead. Let's go. This is the rod I had a bite on earlier. If there's a fish, it's probably a doggy just hanging on. We got anything? I'm not sure. I don't think so. It's cold on the old hands. Go. There's that beautiful bait I just knocked up for you. Well, not for you really, you know what I mean. Let's get it out there. So the tide's running from left to right, so as you can see, just going to walk up a little bit, get it out there. So when it settles, it should settle right in front of us. Nice little gentle flick, nothing fancy. Out on that tide. Not very deep, probably 3 or 4 foot deep. But as I said before, you can catch fish in a foot of water in the Bristol Channel. Especially a bass or even a hound. Or a nice fat cod. Anyway, let's do the next one, seeing as I was stripped. As you can see, it's beautiful today. The sun's come up behind me. The rods are quiet. I'm only on my second cast. Been fishing for about an hour and a half. Putting big baits, as you've seen. Whole peeler and whole squid. Plopping it out there in the tide. It's beautiful. We're about 2 hours from high water now. For me, the best time to get into a decent fish. So peaceful, just sat here, listening to the waves. Anyway, I'll keep fishing. If I get any action, I'll bring you straight back. It's gonna happen. I've got the feeling it's gonna happen. Quite tight here with a steep bank. Nothing fancy. It's a little flick. We're about an hour before high now. That's keeping the baits going in. As we do every 20 minutes. Could be one of them sessions, but as I like to tell you, I like it from high down. So I'm not worried yet. I'm not flapping yet. That will be alright. I got a feeling it's a big fish day. Oh, my lead just come off for some reason. Sometimes the rotten bottoms do fail. It's okay though. Just have to watch it on the next cast. Whoa. As you can see, my baits are just fine. I've been out there half an hour. Perfecto. Next rig, let's go. Just like work. Work, 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 work. I keep trying. When I get in the van, I know I give it a go. If I don't catch, I don't catch. It's all about effort. So just tighten this up. As you can see, I've got a spare rig ready. Maximise my time in the water. As I say to you, if you haven't got a spare rig ready and you're messing around baiting up, then you miss all that time to fish. Just clip this in. Just popped it out with my thumb. Because I'm stupid. There you go. As I said, we're about an hour before high. It's looking good for a fish. Not lots of fish, a big fish. We're about half an hour from high water. You can see this wind is whipping around the corner. We've got a little bit of a chop now, which should help the fish in. I'm not sure why it's quiet. I've been busy. There's one ready to go out. Yeah. It's nice though. As you can see, it's kicking now. That wind is absolutely Baltic. Yeah. You wouldn't want to be around the corner, put it that way. That's the reason I come here today. Naturally, the rest of the week is going to be atrocious. But I knew it was picking up and I knew I'd be out of it here. But for some reason, it's fishing hard. I've been speaking to a few people who said it's fished well recently. And these are the better tides, the medium ones. But I'm not sure. I've got some lovely bait. I've got some rigs that work, as we know, and I'm not sure what to do. So I'm going to keep fishing. I'm going to battle hard, get my head down, fish my nuts off. Hopefully we can get rewarded for my efforts. I'm going to get back in there. It's bloody freezing. Well, believe it or not, we've got a bite on the right hand rod. Just coming up to high water. As expected, it's been a little bit quiet. I just had a nice pull down on the right hand rod. Let's keep you alive. There you go, a little tap then. Cold. As you can see, the water's definitely coming in. And now we've got a little chop on it from the wind as well. Perfect conditions for a cod. That's definitely my first indication of a fish. There you go, see that? That is a dog fish. I missed it. Oh, what? Never mind. It's a bite on high water. It's a start. I only just put this one out. Never mind. That's life. They look like a dog. The baits were smashed, yeah. Oh well, it's a start. One bite and I missed it. No, it's fine. Probably a little dog. My bait was just flat that. But it's a decent fish. It would have nailed it, actually no. Yeah, it's nice. Conditions are perfect. We're bang on high water now. So we're just approaching the best time. I'm going to give it probably 2.5 hours back, and that's the time where I think we could get a fish or two. I was hoping for one, obviously, or two before now, but it's not happened. But look, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to keep fishing. If I get any action or any indication, I'll bring you straight back. Well everyone, it's pretty cold, just gone high water, I'm just into a fish. It doesn't feel too big, but I'm not blanking, hey? Might be a little whiting. It's pretty cold today. Could be a dog, I've got a bite on each. But as I've told you before, or mentioned before, it fishes better on the flood. So as I've mentioned before, it fishes better on the ebb, and we're just into the ebb now. As you can see, the tide's moved back probably 10 metres. It's a good time to catch a fish. Feels like a dog, acts like a dog. Could be a ray. No, I'm joking. Got my rotten bottoms on. What have we got? Yeah, I've got a bite on the other one as well. What have we got? We're not blanking. Oh no. Oh, it's a dogfish. Oh. And there you go, look. Look how small that one is. That's half a dogfish. As you can see, the water's pretty much gone now. I tried my hardest, everyone. Not even had any lunch. I'm wasting away. Oh, I've got a fish on. Oh, I'll turn that ratchet off, it'll be a start, Wayne. Oh. No. Ah. Been a beautiful day. Just not caught any fish. I've had a dogfish, and I noticed that when I was filming that conger reel, that actually ruined my shock leader as well. The mics had died. So all in all, fun had by all. But no, jokes aside, as we know by now, it's not about catching. It's been beautiful out here today. I spoke to quite a lot of people. I've done some fishing. I made a plan and I've stuck to it. It may not. Anyway, everyone, on that note, it hasn't happened. I've been fishing for 8 hours and I caught a dogfish and it will. As you can see, the water's dropped right back now. I've just wound in my final rod. Sorry, it's quite hard. I fished really well and really hard, so hard that I've not done our cooking. I'm sorry about that. And I'm pretty hungry. I've had a little wrap this morning, but I could do with looking after myself. So it's planned really. I've drank lots of water. I've had a couple of cups of tea. Obviously my van's just there. So it's comfortable, easy fishing here in Minehead. So if you want to get out fishing from the car, then this is your place. I'm sorry I've not shown it in great light today. I've had 2 fish, so I've been out fishing and I've caught fish. My name's Wayne. This is the stunning, the mighty Bristol Channel. Sorry it's been hard, and I look forward to seeing you somewhere else, maybe on the channel for our next video, where hopefully I can get us into a few fish. Thank you very much everyone. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you very soon.